Okay, so today we are going to talk about graphing linear equations, and we are going to do that using table of values. Um, I started with two examples. We're gonna start with example A, y equals x minus 1. We are going to graph this equation, and we're gonna do that using table of values. So first thing first. Table of values, you want to make sure that you choose suitable values of x so that it matches the size of a grid that you're using, and on top of that, you want to make sure that it is a very unique value, and it is a number that you can actually see, and you shouldn't be guessing. For example, you notice that my grid and this graph paper that I have, these grids are set up on the whole number 1, 2, 3, 4. We can maybe talk about the half here, but after that we really don't know where any of these partitions of each of these lines are, so we don't know 1.25. So we shouldn't be choosing values like that because they are actually not suitable. So let's go ahead and create a table of values. So we're going to start creating table of values, and to do that, so we're going to start with a table. We're going to say x and y, just like that. And in this case, we are going to randomly choose some values for x. So let's start off with -3, and it's a little bit apart from each other, these values. -3, -1, let's do 1, and let's do 3. And for each one of these, you use this x value. You are going to plug it back into value for x, which is right here. So for all of these ones, you're going to plug it back in there. You're going to do the math, the algebra, and then we're going to find the value for y. So let's do this. So -3, so I'm replacing x with -3 here. -1 is -4. Great. So the new ordered pair is -3 -4. So the next thing, -1, you just keep doing that for each one of these. You get -2, and then we replace 1 up there. 1 -1. Remember, 1 for x you're replacing. You do the math and you get 0. That's the y value for 0. And then 3 -1, that's 2. That's your y value 2. So each one of these ones, we're going to write them down as ordered pair, which simple as that. And these are your coordinates that you are going to plot. All right, so let's go ahead and plot these coordinates very nicely on the grid. Okay, so when you plot these coordinates A, B, C, and D right here, that's what you should get. All right, the next thing is, once you plot them, you are going to use a ruler or a straight edge and draw a very accurate and a straight line through the 4 points that you just got. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is the line that you should get, and that is the line that is being represented by equation y equals x minus 1. So 3 ways of representing relations. One is through equation, one is through graph, which is right here that you have, and the other one is through ordered pairs, coordinates. And that's how you show the relation between any two variables. All right, example B, 2x minus 2y minus 6 equals 0 looks different than the previous example that we went through, which is y equals right here, x minus 1. Notice that this equation is written in a format of y equals. All right, this one doesn't have y equals. So yes, we still have to go through a table of values to be able to graph this, but to do that, it makes sense and it is easier if you solve this equation for y first. Now, do you have to do that? No, but if you do it, probably it will make more sense and probably you will make less algebraic mistakes. So I suggest you go ahead and solve this for y first. If you don't want to, that's okay too. You can just start with the table of values, random values of x in there, and then get some values of y and plot. That's okay too. But I'm going to actually solve this for y first. Okay, so 2x minus 2y minus 6 equals 0. We want to solve for, basically, we're going to solve for y. So we will have to get rid of the 2x and a negative 6 from the left-hand side. So we do the opposite operation, minus 2x, and add 6 to both sides. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do it to the other side. And here it is. And the last thing is that we are solving for y. So we have to get rid of the minus 2 by dividing by both sides by minus 2. And the final answer, final equation, simplified equation, looks like y equal to x minus 3. This is the equation that we are going to use to create a table of values. And notice that how easy this looks to do in comparison to the original, which is up here. So let's go ahead and create some table of values and then plot the points. Okay, so random numbers, suitable numbers, you could choose any other numbers you wish. I chose these numbers, minus 3, 0, 2, and 8. Plug it in there, and remember y equals x minus 3, so you're replacing x by every single one of these ones and find out what the y value is. You can do it in your head if you want. So minus 3, that is minus 6. 0 minus 3, that's minus 3. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. And 8, you plug it in there, 8 minus 3 is 5. And these are the coordinates, minus 3, minus 6, 0, minus 3, 2, minus 1, and 8, and 5. Okay? And now you go ahead and plot them. Okay? So minus 3, minus 6, that's point A right there. 0 minus 3, which is down here, that is point B. Very good. And then 2 minus 1, which is right here actually. Right there, that is your C value or the coordinate, and 8, 5, 8, and 5, which is there. That is your D. Now grab a ruler, a straight edge, and draw a straight line right through the 4 points, and you're done. So here it is, and once you finish that, make sure you put arrows at both ends of the lines, because the line goes forever to the right and to the left. It doesn't stop. That's not a line segment, it's a line that goes forever, and that's how you do it. So table of values, systematically go through it, and once you have that set up, once you have a table of values, you've got to be aware of the algebra and then plot the coordinates. And here it is. That's the graph.